Already done? Thank you. Hello, dear respected colleagues. I will try to show you what are the resources, the informatic resources that are to be used in the Comunidad Valenciana, our regional government. And as well, I will show you how to use other resources that are national based. And this is on the idea of that you can find any type of info, satellite imagery, aerial photographs, historical comparison of historical pictures with nowadays taking, and as well maps of different classes and use it, focus it. So, well, let's start that telling that all this information can be accessed just with a browser in your telephone, and you only need to have internet connection. But some of this information can be as well downloaded for use later without internet connection. And I will tell you a program that I'm using. It is not a recommendation, just sharing my experience. And with this program, you can download whatever, and you can store in the telephone, and then you can use offline, and you can keep track of where are you moving to, and fixing waypoints as positions, as pictures, as audio comments, and so on. So let's mention that this was a big effort from several years, quite 2 decades, of the Cartographic Institute of the Comunidad Valenciana and the National Service. So, well, you know that a browser, it is not a GIS. I mean, capacities of mixing and making some kind of modeling, it is not possible. So Visor is only to show the information, and later if you can download that, you can implement that in the GIS and then make your procedures that you want for modeling and so on. So, but first is accessing to the information. So if you have a QGIS or any other GIS software, you can as well access this information. But I will show you first how to do that with smartphone.
Share your screen first. Share your screen.
Yes. And now I will share the screen of this. No, it's this.
As you want, because if you were switching, you will switch.
So this is what I show in screen. Yeah. Okay. Well, first is this. I invite you to type such internet address. It is visor.gva.es/visor/. It is Visor, Generalidad Valenciana, España, and then Visor. And you should have in your screen same image as I have, stating that it is Visor of Cartografía. And at your right side, you have the different layers that you can access from this software, because there are already implemented the links, and just with a click, you can go there. As well, well, notice that this service is implemented for the region, the regional government, that it is shaded in gray in the picture of the big extension of Spain. So there are other visors, and because it is, how to say, self-initiative, which information to put there. So other regions, because in Spain we have 17 regions, and with local regional governments, we call autonomías, autonomous governments. So the cartography exists of 2 types. First one is a general one covering the whole nation, in Spain, including, of course, the islands from Canary Islands that are here, and as well the Baleares. And this info, it is particularly sized for the region, and sometimes a more detailed scale is available for the region. So if you want to take a look to something that is close to Madrid, this visor is not your approach because it's only for this region. But there are other visors, and I will tell you later about them as well. So first, at the left, for navigating, you have the zoom level, and it is you can move through the glider, yes, or you can move by just pressing plus and minus. And the levels, there is a preloaded images that are called pyramids and are already for quick download. They are fixed there, so those level zooms are fixed, and then now we are looking in the area with the level 7 of the zoom. Notice that the number increase when we make zoom to particular areas, 9, 10. And the info that you can access, it is not always visible at any level. There are, because of the detail and the scale of the map, some scales are only visible in between certain levels that usually are detailed scale, so close to 13, 14, and not visible in more extension in the map in the area. Well, you have as at right you can see, and it is. So I will try to put that in English if I found that. Yes, well, the option is in between Spanish or in between the regional language that is Valenciano. So I will use the Spanish, but I do not have the opportunity here to put that in English. But it is easy to understand, I guess. And okay, if we take a look to the right, we can hide this with clicking on the arrow that states menu, and when it is expanded, it is showing the layers of the different maps that are available. So down you can find the capas activas. So now it is an image that is no image, and it is just a basis for checking where you are. But if you prefer other like infrastructures or so I mean, for example, roads, then you can click here, and so roads will be shown, and then you can be better oriented if you prefer that. So the point is that well, the system will be able to load different layers, one over another one. They will be shown here in the capas activas, and you can adjust for them the transparency of the layer for some kind of visibility of two layers. But this is no mathematical combination, but it is just a matter of transparency to show some information about another one that you use for bases. And let's take a look of what we have, groups of thematic information. Well, first we have a cartography of reference, that is the nomenclature. So what is the name of the places in the Comunidad Valenciana? You can see the names. When you get closer, you get zoom and more detailed names for the populations and roads and geographic accidents. So this is for the names. And but we have several levels and detail of cartography. And we have from cartography that is 100 1,000 until cartography that is very detailed, that is 5,000 in scale. Well, you know that scale when you are using a GIS, it is better defined by the pixel size, that not by the scale, because you make zoom or so. And then you can see here at left, down left, approximated scale of the area that you are looking with this screen extension. So I will remind to the colleagues attending that we are using a visor of the cartography, of the available cartography, digital documents that you will see it's very rich, and that this is a visor, not a GIS, a true GIS. I mean, you cannot make mathematical operations with the layers that you load. So if we move to the less detailed cartography, we have orography here, and but it tells, as I advised you, that it is only visible in between levels 12 and 13, and we are at level 15. So we should go back to be able to watch this orography. And well, the layer is changing, and from this you can see a coastline level, curves of levels, and some points that fix the altitude of the points that you are observing. And for hydrography, there are the networks of the rivers and so on. And excuse me, it is also limited in the vision by the scale. So you must go close to have the detail of the courses with water or even dry. So it is a matter of geomorphology. And so this is it is a natural course, that is artificial course. And well, in the case of that, lakes and dams exist, they are here represented by different lines. We can as well activate edifications and constructions. So some mines, extraction of or different buildings. And well, it is not so interesting for us because we are focusing especially in the geographical information related to the environment. And well, if we go to the more detailed cartography here, we are in the 100,000. But if we go to the more detailed, that is 5,000, you can see now, because it is very detailed, asked to be at a level of zoom is very close to the surface, and it is possible to have that in this level. And I have here several layers that were formerly loaded, and I can wipe off, or I can make them not visible. And so, well, we have here this cartography with the levels. We can see later as well digital elevation models of the hydrography and communications and use of the soil as well. It is not a soil map, it is use of the soil according to COC and other schemes of the that were standardized. Well, okay, we can power off that here. Wipe off. I think that you will find interesting the satellite imagery and as well the aerial photographs that are historical, some of them. And then let's go to orthophotos and images. And we can go to the satellite imagery, and we have here downloaded the Sentinel-2, and very early will be the Sentinel-3 as well. And so we can activate that, and we have this image that is 10 meters resolution over the soil. And well, we can have several dates here, and we have true color, and we have, let's see. We can have true color, or we have a false color in infrared that highlights the chlorophyll activity. In black, it is usually the water that absorbs infrared, and the more red that it is the more active chlorophyllic activity, the more chlorophyllic content of the plant. In this dark red, there are usually shrub and bushes in the mountain areas and so on. So you can access this historical images from now and from different. This is winter. The other was summer. Okay, so I will inactivate that. I will go, for example, to 2015. And so same, we have the same series of that. But we have here all this info, and we can access to that. And in this sense, we can download, and later, having an idea of what is available, what can we use later in our GIS and the modeling. A part of this satellite imagery, we have, this is Sentinel, but we have there's a typical 10 meters resolution over the ground, but we have ortho photos that are from different times with panchromatic photography using airborne cameras. And for example, you can see they are so rectified. So they are it is sorry, with orthographic projection. So they are already rectified, and then you can see this. I will now. I'm not taking care of the ortho photos, and let me check for Valencia. The most old that we have is 1956. That it is none of you were born, and it is our visual reference of what are the changes that we have in area. This was a project of the Americans that did this flight, and later we had some flights at national level, but in following years. But here I remember you that we are dealing with the community, the Valencia community. So we have only the pictures that are related to our community. And well, now I will show you in general that we are at the Mediterranean coast, and there exist many sabjas or lagoons that were formed in geological time, and now most of them are transformed. This is one of these that has peat. This is a sand barrier with very nice beaches. We have around 350 kilometers of sand beaches around Valencia, and 350 around kilometers. This is another. It starts like it is a gulf, a small gulf, and then the rivers are transporting sediments, and the sediments are later moved by the marine currents, and then this marine currents makes closing the gulf, and then it becomes a coastal lagoon. And then the vegetation here usually grows and die, but it is waterlogged conditions, so peat formation it is usual. And let's see. I will show you. I'm moving through the coast. It is you have been told maybe of the Albufera, Valencia. It is this lake that is 8 kilometers to the south. We can see that, for example, with satellite over this. This is a satellite normal view. I will go a bit back. But we can activate the infrared. So this is water. This is the sand barrier that has several trees and bushes, and these are aquatic vegetation in the area. All this in red are fields with mainly orange trees, and this that is now not red. It is the area that is used for rice cropping. I mean, there are paddy fields, and well, at the time of this imaginary, they are not there. Let's check now. Well, different times, different images. Now it is not our task now to analyze the images, just to show that they are available. Okay.
Now,
sorry.
you have said a very important point.
Yes.
Have interest in rice. You have said they cultivate rice around there, right?
Here in green, it is rice.
Oh.
Now it is, this rice was the gel was taken. So there is no rice there. There is just the naked soil. Okay. So, well, it is important to have such different multi-temporal imaginary, so
yes.
you can make change, you can make analysis. But I was showing you the historical image that we have from 56. Later, I will pass a PowerPoint. I will show you what is expected to be observed during the field discussions that we have. So if we go in detail, there are many. This is another. Can you guess here the line of the former lagoon here? And now many of these fields were transformed to agricultural fields, especially in the 40s. We had such a civil war here, and then people. Some people die of hunger, so it is true hunger, and this was national priority to produce. We were isolated diplomatically, and so quite no food. Quite only Argentina helped us with food, and so it was a national priority to make these fields produce rice, especially rice, and that's why it is so traditional here, paella that you find everywhere. It is rice based. And a part of that, it was considered these wetlands as a source of paludism and other diseases. So farmers were happy to get new soil. And actually, in the Albufera, that is the lake 8 kilometers south to Valencia, we have a novelist, a writer, famous writer, that described how was the life of people living here around in such houses that have a roof made of branches of some vegetation, and the walls were mud with this vegetation as well, and they were fishing and as well making cultivation. And because this is the former lake that was closed by this barrier, and then sediments arrived, this is not, it is quite very shallow. Nowadays, you can find areas that you have less than 1 meter depth, and the deepest area is here around, it is about 5 meters only. And so some of these farmers built up new fields, taking the flooded sediments, taking them and so putting at the border, so growing up their own field. And we have several novels that describe that in the folklore of that, and it is well. So Something that I must highlight is, let's move to this picture, is that in our region, we have two different ambients, and we have alluvial, colluvial plain. So all this area that I'm more or less drawing here, here more narrow, it is flat. And we have all this other area that quickly you go up to 400 meters high. So it is in this high area, it is there is some snow some years, but in the bottom area it is frost-free all year. And so, well, here it is up, it is rain-fed agriculture, and in the coastal area we have the conflict that everybody wants to be there. So first we have the beaches, and these are nice sand beaches. So tourism wants to be there. And then agriculture as well, because there are such soils that are loamy, sand loamy, or loamy, clay loamy in some cases. And they are it is flat, and it is very, some of them high in organic matter. So they are traditionally used for agriculture. If I use this infrared, I think that we will see. Yeah. In more in dark in mountains, and in light red it is agriculture. But as well, transport and the communications, it is easier here. So we have the highways and industries that wants to be close to highways and roads, also concentrated. So we have there industry, communications, agriculture, and tourism. And so all this competing for such limited areas. But well, which problems do we have? The main problem in these areas is water supply. And for example, for the irrigation of such fields, we take water of the main river of this part of Spain, that is Júcar River, that comes by here. You can identify here well, and it comes to this dots are dams, and then it moves and exits to the sea here. And so it is a big river. It has flooded this area several times. Actually, in 1986, the dam here was broken, and it was a big disaster for all populations here downwards. But now, well, this water here is distributed by different channels to the north part, to the left, to the bottom part, to the middle for irrigation. Did you ever went to the Cathedral of Valencia? And there is a door where people that here it is this door of the cathedral, and can you see some seats there? So the seats, let's see, with people. There are specialized people, youths, that deal with the distribution of water and the use of water. And it is told to be the first democratic institution because it is around 1,100 years old. And so the conflicts because of water, because we need water for irrigation, because we have dry summer, and when the temperature is high for crop production, so there is quite no available water from the rainfall, and then we use this water from the dams, and it is distributed. But it is the water is quantified. You must irrigate tomorrow for 1 hour, and then tomorrow, but in the afternoon just for 1 hour. The other, well, this is arranged, and any conflict it is arranged there. And if you were to this fountain, it represents the river, and the ladies represents every of the channels that I described with you that distribute the water for the different areas. Well, coming back to the, I described what we have in two different ambients, mountains, and the flat area that is coastal, and roughly about the uses. And let's take a look. I think that it is somewhere here about the, if not here, because sometimes, you know, there's on the live demonstration, sometimes it is a bit complex, but we have digital models and we have LIDAR. LIDAR, it has 3 centimeters resolution over the soil. I will show you a PowerPoint later with some of these areas. So with the visor, you can access this cartography with different resolutions, transports, administrative divisions, geodesia, so the geological models, orthophotos from different years. There's orthophotos as well that are from different sources, and they are documented in the web. Now we are moving that very quickly. These are the uses of soil. For example, you know the Corinne land cover project, and it is there's information since 1990 to 4 years ago. This is the use of the soil and legends. If you click here in info and then click over any of the units, it will open and will describe area of this polygon and tell you what is used in there and detailed information. It is similar with another system that I will tell you later that is related to the common agricultural policy of the European Union, that it is such kind of similar map, but every parcel of cultivation, you can click and you can see extension what is cropped there, because farmers should declare what they are doing for later asking for subventions for this. And I will tell you something more about this common agricultural policy. It is agreed in the European Union that we should make sure of the food security. It is a mandatory aspect. And then first, do not stress the ecosystem. So do not make them to produce more than needed. Second, do not produce more than needed, because so the markets will be flooded with offer, and the prices will go down, and then farmers will not get so much income, and then maybe they will abandon the field. And so you must, countries agree, you produce wine, so many hectoliters, and you produce butter, and you produce wheat, and you produce, and if you produce more, and it is tracked using this GIS, we can link later that, but there is even a special visor for that. If you produce more at national level, you get a penalty. And so it is a matter of that you adhere to this politics or not. And those that you will come to the field, you will see some fields that are abandoned. And why? Why? Because they got money for not producing so much and left the soil to rest and try to recover. Even there is a special subsidy that makes that you can crop, but such legumes that fix nitrogen, and then you fix nitrogen into the soil, so you get money. But well, it is very complex, and people is not fully happy with that, but it is happening. So these are the use of the soil, and so close to here. So remember, info, click, and then it appears coordinate and description and whatever, and cadastral file that tells, in this case, it was urban area, that tells everything about this. Well, and so we have several approaches. We have CORIN, we have COC. It is similar, but it is not same standards, not same classes. And we have special for our community, we have another system that is called Comunidad Valenciana, that it is much more detailed and so on. Well, and so apart of this, several layers of environmental info. So we have water quality, but it is simplified. It is categorized: good, bad, groundwater. Yeah.
Even for water.
Yes, I think so. But there exist other databases of water. I'm just telling you how to deal with a smartphone. Okay. And apart of that, biodiversity, where are reserves of fauna or micro reserves of flora, and areas that are protected for the avifauna and so on. And so we call CEPA, leak, and well, this. For example, if you have a drone, you cannot. It is very. I bought one, but it was very difficult to find where I can fly, because apart of the areas that airports are absolutely prohibited, but there are a lot of reserves for avifauna and so on, and you cannot without special clearance. Calidad ambiental, hunting and fishing. Well, and education, environmental education, climatic change, protected areas, Red Nature 2000, for example, or reserves of biosphere. So these are protected areas. For example, you can always come here and ask, what is this? And it should. It should give the info, yes. Altoturia, Sierra Negrete, Tatal, and which is the law that it is declares that, and what can you do there? These things take time. I'm just making a quick presentation of that. So geology and geotechnia. So, for example, we can go to this map of the geology, and not only lithology, materials, but as well you can see these are alluvial fans, these are alluvial areas, these are mountains with these cracks, with these faults and so on. So it is well, and seismology and as well this geodesia information. And well, you got the point that we can get some info, and this is accessed through any browser. So if you have your smartphone, you can start with that for checking if it is true what I'm telling you or not. Of course, you have such tools for measuring distances or areas. How it is. And then it tells you the area or distances or whatever. And you can here you can use this, that it is interesting. It is you can take any info that it is digital, and for that we should use what is called WMS, that is Web Map services. And you need to know the address for that. And I will go to another place and I will show you a list of these addresses. And then you put this info and then will appear here. Well, and let's move here for the another area that is another direction. That is, sorry. Oh, I'm moving whatever, but that is IBPE.Spain. Well, this is for the whole Spain. This is everything that it is digitized, it is here. And so you can come here to the catalog of data and services, or if there is well, you can find by different interests the layers. For example, let's check here. Oh, sorry. You can download whatever you want from this, knowing the it's another visor. It is not what I'm looking for. Excuse me. Here. Well, here there are two kind of digital servers. This is a web map server that you can take the info at any scale, any detail, and there is as well tesselas, that is it is the same but tesselas, that it is pre-cutted layers. So there do not exist intermediate resolutions, but it will load quickly. So this layer of the cell or this other one, not intermediate. So up to you, and then you have the System Cartográfico Nacional with, for example, digital terrain models. So you have this link, but if you click, you get something that you do not expect. But what you should do is copy this link and then go into the visor and pasting here. Supra. And then it will be loaded, this layer here. Here. This is the digital model with, I think this is with 30 meters resolution. So this is the SRTM, so radar. But we have, as I told you, we have this LiDAR as well. So if you want to watch whatever that is already digitized, you can come here and you have for the whole nation, but there are as well thematic maps. This is for agriculture, for example, map of cultivations and profits, or this, what I tell you, that is the SIG, that is the Geographical Information System of the Agrarian Common Politics, and this will tell you copiar enlace, and we go there, and we add a new layer. So break this off. And then read and error. Well, I do not stop here, but it is the procedure. You read what the information from the ID, and then you copy here, and you have here. Well, I will ask you to start with this, but I will recommend you a program that is, for me, it's fantastic. I'm not related to that, but I'm using this the years, and it is fantastic. It is you go to the. It is called Orux Maps. And if you, I think it is only available for Android. if you have Android, you can, well, this is, you have Apple. I'm sorry, that's so. Well, there's Orux maps here. It is clear that, and I will tell you what can do. It works like a visor, same, but you can, using this direct links that it has already, you can load the layers that, well, it is an activation of GPS, and then it activates GPS so position, and then it loads the map that you have selected in the position that you are. If you are moving, it is continuously loading the map. If you will move, what you expect that not having internet, first make a move in the phone, the area that you will be there, and it will record this layer, and later it will show you that. And you can access a lot of layers through the system as well, adding the virtual the web map services that you want, and also you can activate the keep track, and you are moving, and it is right in a line where are you moving with good resolution, and later you see where you went. And if you are interested in a certain point, then activate waypoint, and it puts just a dot with coordinates. You can add a description, and even you can add voice to that, but there are as well others that you click and then open camera, and then you take picture of this, and then this picture will be georeferenced, and later you will be able to put on the map where this picture was taken. And same with voice comments, and has a lot of many other features. So I have such good experience with that I recommend you. And so I think that now it's time to get a bit active and to enter this visor. I will remind you which is the address, and then you tell me if you are successful, if you have difficulties. So it is visor GVA, that is Generalidad Valenciana. And then you have that here, and you are starting. With this system, you only can use online. I mean, if you move and you don't have internet, you will not be able to see anything. But if you download this program or other that you are familiar with in smartphone, information it is always with you. So please, there is a challenge for you. Tell me, and online participants are as well challenged. Tell me what is the geologic aspect of this area here that we will visit tomorrow. This is Sagunto city. This is a historical city where Romans were resisting the Carthago invaders, and so we will pass there and you will see the ruins of that. So there is a harbor. It is 30 kilometers north to Valencia. Valencia is this, and I challenge you to tell me what is the geology here around. Show me in your smartphone. So this is, for that, you must move there and then go to Geología and click. That I will not do. So let's see if you can. And if some of you have downloaded the Orux maps, I can show you in my phone as well. Orux map. Orux maps. These Orux maps, this is what I recommend. Or having everything in your phone, but it is only for Android. So if you have Apple, maybe you have other, but So, and we are here in this geoportal visual cartography. So, yeah,
The old map is just for Spain or?
no, it is worldwide. Yeah.
Geología del CIPAD,
Yeah, so geología y geotecnia, and then click on cartografía geológica.
Name of the area.
Of the area, yes, because sorry, you can go to a particular place. Let me see. Wait. There is a way that I must take a look. That you type the name of the area and it is well, name is Sagunto. Sagunto. And it is other visors. This for moving. This extension anterior. Coordinates info. I don't know what it is here.
Underneath that it has a magnifying glass.
This
Underneath, where it has a magnifying glass.
you
Underneath all the tools.
you mean here? This?
No, just underneath it has a magnifying
Oh, I
glass.
say thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, you see it is. We with students I used to prepare and record because sometimes it is in front of you. You cannot.
Sometimes
Thank you very much. So it is Sagunto.
You need it.
And then if you type that Sagunto, it will propose, several, it is Sagunto, Sagunto capital de municipio, the first.
You need to visit the city. Okay.
Yes. And well, it will move you to the city. This is a hill, and this is the castle, I tell you, but you make a zoom out, and then you have here the harbor, and the question is, tell me something about the geology of the site. Excuse me?
Which street of Sagunto?
Sagunto is the city that is there, and it serves, if you type, you do not know where are you, type Sagunto and then move around.
Streets.
No, but it is not the city what I'm interested in. But go a bit to the north of Sagunto and click on Cartografía. And you must get something like that. Yeah. And if you want to know what is this, click on info, and click over the unit that you want, and it will tell you, well, what is materials, dominios geológicos, is regional info, but it is this unidades geológicas. It is Pleistoceno superior, and well, these are how to say this?
The code.
Yeah, it is sediments transported. It is shown here with this alluvial fan. So you can you distinguish here? There is an alluvial fan that is associated to this river, and this is marsh area to south, and there is marsh area to the north, and then you have here mountains, and this is the river that is in the middle. You get this?
No, let's start again.
Are you close to?
Yeah, I'm close to.
Well, so Sagunto, and then click here on Geología y Cartografía, and then Base Cartográfica. And take care with these active layers, because later I did not take care, but sometimes it is hiding because you put this over other layers. So
Base cartográfica es 2. Base cartográfica CV.
There are two projects. Then is one scale, and the other more detailed scale is Geo Comunidad Valenciana 25. But this, take a look at my screen. This is much more detailed than this other one.
We can use both.
Yes. So the point is that the info is ready and it's there for your use. Okay, and then you, depending on the scale of the work that you are performing, you can choose this or the other one. Okay, and did you accomplish this challenge, everybody? No?
Doesn't work.
Somebody need some help? Sorry?
From the beginning, no.
Yes, it is. Well, visor gva.es, and then this open, and then you have this layers here. You type here up Sagunto, and thank you. And this Sagunto will move you to the area of Sagunto. First of there are several names. Sagunto, take the first one, that is, and then you will be centered there. Then go to the layers and select Geología and choose one of these two. It is the difference. It is only the resolution. This is more resolution because it is scale more detailed, and this is less resolution. Take a look to the mountains here. Yeah. Can you see the difference in the?
Yes.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it was clear.
Everybody? Yes. Should I do like the
Yes, please.
like the teacher checking it? Yes. You know, a computer room is the more. Everyone speed and I cannot understand. Also, go back. Go back. Go back. Yes. Yes. I didn't understand. Okay, and tell me if some of you have downloaded the forms.
Just for money, yeah.
What is this? I have a pro version, but I think it is free.
No,
But
for Apple, you know.
For Apple.
For Apple. So
That's like
well, everybody knows that Apple users have more money than Android users.
that's fine.
I have a computer on my office by desk.
Okay. So this is what? So layers are here. Yes. And then you select Geología. And then Cartografía Geológica. And then this. And click. And it tells you that at least level 10. So you must make zoom. If not, you cannot see. So that's the way. Well, if you got that, this excursion of tomorrow will be to this area. So we will move from Valencia. First step will be here. Okay, and I will show historical picture and an actual picture there. Not this is geology. What is this? Old marsh area. So soils are of light texture there. Okay, and well, apart of that, we have marine intrusion, but
It works only for Governorate of Valencia.
for the
It works only for Governorate of Valencia, not for the rest of Spain.
no. This is there are others for Spain.
I think it's other.
Yes, but well, now that we are here, okay. So this is clear. We will go here first, and this is an old marsh. And at the north, there are alluvial fans connected to the river that comes from the mountains here up. Okay, and it is a change on topography and elevation in this area. And then we later we will visit the desalination plant here, an industrial installation, and we will go up.
Yeah.
We will move north to Torre Blanca here. So those that already have checked about Sagunto, type here now Torre Blanca.
Torre Blanca. Going up, we visit Paragon.
Torre Blanca. Okay, and then it is the name of the village, but go back. And so you see this is another wetland. Okay, and you can activate for here as well the geologic information. So to the north, to the west, there are limestones mainly, and dolomites, and these are inceptisols, and it is marsh area, and we have istosols mainly. And if we go to the picture, to orthophotos, or yes, orthophotos, or satellite, for example, and I load the Sentinel-2, this is the view we have. See those holes. Those holes are peat extraction. So they have promoted marine intrusion. And we have a very amazing situation, because this is a natural park. It is protected. But mining, it has prevalence of this. So if you have a mine there, you have right for 99 years of exploitation of that. And so the protection as park came later, but people can still make mining of peat. That is used for gardens and so on. But this is not so good peat, because it is high in electrical conductivity, and it is not. It is, you know, that it's fibric, emic, or sapric materials, depending on how much it has been discomposed. And this is fibric to emic, and a lot of clay with them. But they do that. And well, so we will visit that. We will try to approach here to this area that are channels that were trying to drain the area. So these are channels. We have some images that are better than others for observation. So I will move to orthophotos. And then we have that. You see here a drainage, another, not working anymore, but at the time that this was projected to produce rice, it is happening.
It is salinate one now.
Yes. And well, you will watch allophytes, and we will observe several things. And with orthophotos in this, you have several. I will go to the oldest that we have, 65. There was this rainfall, there's drains, but no pit mining. And this was tried to get production as agriculture. So we will visit the north part, that nowadays it is with such ponds that are because of peat extraction. And later we will go here down to observe something that, if you get not surprised, I will give you some kind of reward, because this area of here that was also tried to be cultivated in 1965, 56, and you will see what is happening there because of the salinity and the marine intrusion. So we were able to go to Sagunto and as well to Torreblanca. So let's go for the second day. Let's move to Villena. 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 And we are here now. What's there? I will make a zoom out. And can you see that there are mountains here? And this is, you can guess that it's lower land. It is. And this is Triassic materials, I mean gypsum with a high content in sodium chloride. And why it is this happening? It is a diapiro. It means in the geological formations in the Triassic times, when before dinosaurs, this was under the sea, and then such layers with salts appear there, and this salt sediments are more flexible than other that came later with carbonates and so on. And then when the tectonics press these two, the softest material, instead of breaking and putting one over the other, this makes flexion and appears on surface. There are many kinds of diapiros, and this is a saline diapiro. And so this area is highly saline, you will see later. So this is the diapiro, follow this direction. And if we get closer, this is a lagoon that was desiccated. In 5 centuries ago, there was a lagoon and fishing and hunting, so birds and so. It was possible there, but it is so saline that crops do not go ahead. And then this is a big channel that was Canal del Rey, that was built up to drain the area, but you will see that it is not got. And it remains uncultivated because trees and crops do not progress there. And in some of these areas that are a bit, some centimeters higher, they started with some trees, and first 2 years, it is okay. But when the roots go deep, and then they found the groundwater and they kill. And you will see a lot of halophytes, and we plan to have transects measuring with the M38. You will see how the soil salinity changed, and as well you will observe the plants, the natural plants that are according to this graduation of salinity. So we got Villena. Okay, so instead of orthophotos, this is the geological structure of that. It is interrupted because it is for Valencia region only, and this is another region. But well, there's things that happen. Sentinel.
It's strange because there is another part of Valencia.
Villena is south.
In the middle, some meters is not.
Yeah, well, this part here, so it is the things that are crazy. The maps are interrupted in the line because, well, another page for that. So you see Valencia. Valencia is here. We will move through this. We will come here. It is about 600 meters high here. And we have so agriculture here was irrigated mainly with brackish waters and with groundwater that was not good quality, a bit brackish at the start, and now high levels. So a big project started and works since 2 years. And so we are here at, I told you, around 500 meters high. But let's move again close to Valencia. And I told you that the main river, Júcar, exits here to the sea. This is, can you see the river? Well, this river, it is dammed. There are two dams upwards, and irrigates the different fields, but sometimes it has excedentary flux. And then water is taken here and underground into tubes with pumps, is raised 500 meters up to arrive to the area of Villena. This is just working since 2 years ago. Now the irrigation. So the project started a long time ago. But so
This called the salinity.
because of the salinity, they were using the waste treatment plant water for irrigation because groundwater is salinized. And so they can,
The groundwater is.
yes, because it is a deappear, saline that deappears, so everything has.
And they
salts
get
there.
the water from drilling, I suppose.
Yes, groundwater, but the level was down, and they don't have, and the water is worse and worse and worse. And usually it is deep drainage, what they try, but it is not effective because it is clay soils. Yeah, you know, and so they have very bad. Yeah, and that's why they are taking sweet water and pump out. And there is a political price that it is 24 cents per cubic meter.
24 cents.
24. Well, I will tell you that the desalinization plants, the desalinization plant that we will visit on first day, the cubic meter could be 70 cents or something like that. Well, by cubic meter, so it's expensive. But you don't have water, this is a solution, desalinization plant. We have along the coast in Spain. Well, in general, I think that there are around 200 desalinization plants, some in inland, and well, I have at home. Well, I mean, I take the water and I have reverse osmosis at home, and I can drink. Did you taste the water of tap water here at Valencia?
No.
It is safe. It is safe. You can drink, but it's hard. It has calcium bicarbonate, so it is hard. At home, usually in the warm water, you get precipitate of carbonates and sometimes. Well, so the desalinization is an option, and we have along the coast several of these plants. And in the north of Barcelona, they have a very severe drought, more than in the rest of the country. That is high problem. But it was planned that the plant that we will visit will desalinize water. This will be put on a boat and will move to Barcelona for human. And in this area, it is expected that swimming pools are any more private, so it is some kind of climate refuge. So if you plan to go to Barcelona and you are, it is too hot for you and you see a swimming pool, you can go there.
They banned it, I think, in Catalonia for this year to have water in the swimming pool as a measure to face the irrigation problem.
Yes, but if that exists, because it not swimming pool water, it is not changed every year, so it is last several years because it has depuration unit there. Yes, a depuration unit there. But if you are in such a stress, you can enter not only a fountain in the street, but as well to the swimming pool. But it was told. I'm not sure. So it's a disclaimer that I have.
But there's a big discussion about the water condition in Spain in general, the quality of water, because we've seen many documentaries about it, the researching problem because of the high production of coke and the high numbers of nitrates in the water.
Oh,
In some places,
yes,
also in Albufera, mostly in Murcia.
yes, it is not, it is, well, we start to know about that, this eutrophication of groundwater from the UK, that they started to use fertilizers. And here I can tell you that my data, maybe it's not updated, but maybe around 90% of the sources of water, when you open tap water that is treated and you can drink, but it is over 100 ppm of nitrates, that it is not recommended for children under 4 years because they don't have this. Well, they change the nitrates into nitrates, and then nitrates links to hemoglobin, and so do not allow. So they get cyanosis. But for adults, it is not a problem. Yeah. Well,
Even in Valencia, is the same problem.
yes, because this is well, it is a lot of fertilizer waste, and the groundwater renew is low. It can take hundreds of years. Renew. Yeah. So I show you the excursion for the north part, the excursion to the south part, how the more or less the geological conditions of the north that are salt marshes in general, and in the to the south it is an area that is saline because of this this dome of salt. And if it is. It is.
Can you check what is the question in the chat?
Yes. Okay. Silvia, muchas gracias, Silvia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. These are the best questions. And I will try to. It is, I must finish.
45.
In
another 15 minutes.
15. Okay, thank you. So 1-5. I have still. Okay. Oh, great.
15 minutes, 1-5.
Yes, great. So not analyze and then. Well, if you are dealing with the phone and you have difficulties, I can help you later, but now I want to present. Okay, so more or less what I have told you before. We will go to the north, and then this is the marsh area with a peat extraction, but we will go here to these fields because these are wet fields for crops, and only this remains, and the other were abandoned and are recolonized. And then the Ministry of Environment draw a line here, passing by here, and such that still doing anything there. They cannot change what they are doing. They cannot use pesticides. They cannot use anything because it is now under the area of natural park. So we have such contradictory measures that people have private property, but maybe they are in natural park and they are not paid for abandoning. But well, a farmer. We will meet a farmer tomorrow. We will get first-hand criticism of what is happening. And so this is the area. We will go there. We will check the difference in between this and this, and we will take a look here around. And those that are coming, mosquitoes, we cannot see by satellite, but there is plenty. And this, it was in this way in the 56. So quite different. Okay, there is a pumping station here because water is coming to the discharge laterally and to the and this is the LIDAR topography that is 3 centimeters. So it is flat area and infrared satellite, and you will see that. What are we watching here? These are grenades. We will share the history. Grandfather and father of this farmer grow their alfalfa that is tolerant to salinity. Later planted 10,000 of kaki, there's such fruit, a high price in the market, and only one survived. The other 9,999 died. And then he moved to the Green Isle, but he has the phreatic layer 50 centimeters, and it is. And so this is. Can you see the grenades growing between other and he needs to clean this. He cannot use herbicides and things like that. This grenade is. He has spent a lot of money for drip irrigation, but the problems come from other side. He did such drainage here. There are another drainage there, but the water, it is, you can see it is 20 centimeters here. So it is Tifa, that is one of the plants that grow with a lot of water. Now the field is invaded. I was for preparing this excursion, and he had removed everything. I do not know if something will be there now, but he spent a lot of money. And there's alophytes that in there. And this is the area of the abandoned field, side by side, with alophytes.
If he can start changing the irrigation system, the situation would not be improved.
He's doomed. This doomed practice. Well, this is as you get the idea that we have such climate that when the temperature and is good for cropping, we do not have water. So it is mainly drip to irrigate agriculture. This is to the north. I show you this extraction of peat. And this was the satellite imaging of the aerial imaging of 65. And this is the leader, and you see the difference in high, along going to the left, to the fields that, and this is lithostratigraphy, okay. And well, you will see this is peat extraction, and to the south, same info, and you will see this is my preference. This is my preference. This tells this is natural park protected, okay? And can you see the bird, the logo there? Okay. Hunting. Hunting. No? And can you see there are trees? So it is cultivated. So it is a good example of conflict. So the idea is, okay, you want to have a protected area. You have the decision is from the government. People expect that you pay, and then you do whatever you want with the land, you government. But if you don't pay, you have such conflict. And then you will see that people make a drainage, take soil from here, put there, high, and then plant. But the saline water arrives and kills the trees. They start with two lines, one side and another side. The trees are killed, then they move to the center. There are as well livestock there. This is what I'm telling you. This area, so this we wonder why they do that, and we suspect that it is for getting some money because of related to the agricultural political policy, but it's complex. But can you see they planted these lines, and the water and the drainage go up by capillarity and kill. And this is the south area, Villena. This we will visit two places. This that I explained before, and there's another. There's a Playa Lake as well, more or less same climate, a bit drier. This is LIDAR. Then you get an idea of topography, the lithostratigraphy, infrared, and then in detail one of the areas that we will visit here. A part that it is catena of vegetation, and we will observe as well salinities of gradient of salinities LIDAR, lithostratigraphy. Well, and this is a, a salt mine by evaporation that is at the north, because I told that the water that exits from the sediments, it is through the apiro, and it is salty, and it is used for getting salt by fractionated precipitation. Well, this is a population of the Iberic of the Bronze Age that we participated in the excavation here, and well, it is. Can you see that quite everything is irrigated by drip irrigation? This is a waste treatment plant that it takes water for irrigation. This is the area that we saw from the top, that it is naked, no vegetation, only some slight loving salt plants appearing there. And this is the drainage, the long channel that try to make drainage of that. Even this phragmites is different from other areas. It is more adapted to salinity. Some of the streams that are grow through drip irrigation, notice that drip irrigation is not on the soil because holes will block. And but after this is fruits, but this 2-3 years, roots start to arrive to the groundwater, and it is they are killed. Well, so it is immediately recolonized by the vegetation, by the alphites. These are gypsums that are the mother material of these areas, and you can see here a gradient there down. It is the more salty area, so it's only with in this case 1 meter difference. You have very different conditions, and here you can see, you will see gradients in the plants that describe here. It is a big gradient in the salinity that we will measure with the M38 and the description of the plants. And well, this irrigated that was abandoned, and this is an area that has not less salinity, and they crop vegetables. We will visit this community of people that irrigate, and they will tell us how they deal with the water. And this is to the south, the other area that is a playa lake. This is a picture of now this, and this, it was in 56. This was a salt mine, by solar salt mine. And well, topography and so on. And around where it is not so saline, there are some irrigated crops with these waters that come from other aquifers. And at the bottom, we will have alophyte gradations. So that's what we expect that you will enjoy with more data and discussion in life. Two botanists, friend of mine, will come and we will measure with M38, and maybe with auger we'll take some sample and make some tests with some reagents also. Thank you. If you have questions, I'm ready. Those that have downloaded the Orux map, if you got it, it will be very useful because you can follow this tomorrow.
Thanks a lot.